On this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Good work there as it goes.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
For the three. Rebound by Mitchell. And he goes in for the dunk.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Three-pointer. The shot, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Ldlc kicks to Laverne. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Knocked loose. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Pass to Ldlc. And it's Laverne missing. Mitchell outside. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 7.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Ldlc. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Mitchell up top, covered by Ldlc. Back to Mitchell. The three. Buries it from three-point range. And that ties it up.
Yeah, the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. Good on both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Pass to Ldlc. They set the pick to the paint. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Ball stolen. 1:31 left to play here in the first. Over to the wing. Here's Ldlc. Lets it go. And it's Melodon with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Inside. Clock at 6. Front past the arc. That's a miss. It's miss number 2 in shots from the floor. Pass to Ajinça. Launches a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Ldlc. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Ajinça. Here's Laverne. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Ldlc.
Home team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first.
And really the defense not organized on that inbounds play, and boy, do they pay the price with the triple.
No good there. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Up by 3. And we'll be back in... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Lee. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Lee no good on the free throw. Now here's Waltz. He takes it in, and the slam dunk by Wallace.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more, you're right. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. On Sunday, and then on Sunday. Here's DeColo, sinks the triple. DeColo's got his first 3 points of the game.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Out to the wing. They get a hand on it. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Black. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the heat.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Servetus. To the left side wing. To the left wing. Black grabs the board.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Wallace. And again, unable to change momentum here. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Here's Servetus, guarded by Jackson. Nice shot by Wallace. Wallace has got 5.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
Wallace, the pass to Servetus. That 3 off the mark. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Such a wide open look. He's got 5.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
From past the arc, that's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Lee outside. That one misses.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Servetus. From downtown. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Puts up a 3. That one doesn't go.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's DeColo. Drains it from beyond the arc. DeColo's got 9 points in the quarter.
He is in a zone right now. Every 3 he puts up seems to be going down.
Shot's good by Servetus.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
From deep. DeColo can't get it to go.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
On the wing, Lee. Wallace covering. 36 seconds left here in the second. Here's DeColo, and he's good on the 3-ball. DeColo's got 12 points in the game. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Good on the triple.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
Lee against Wallace. Pass to Jackson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
To the wing right side.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And the first one at the line is good.
Servetus taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Harrison. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. They lead by a bucket. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
You take a look at the visitors. They've clearly taken a step back as a franchise. You hate to see that. Something isn't right with this team.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have this.
And that about wraps.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. They've got Melodon, Harrison out there with Laverne, and it's Schofield in at the force line. To the middle. Pass to Smilagic. Just 5 to shoot. And they'll turn over. Did not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Here's Harrison. Here's Laverne. And Laverne throws it down.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
There's the pick. Pass to Brosdakis. To the wing on the left. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Schofield. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside. Schofield's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Pass to Laverne. And Laverne throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Here's Schofield. Fires for 3. And Laverne kicks to Ajinça. A 3-pointer is right on target. Ajinça's got 9 points.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Pass to Smilagic. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Harrison kicks to Ajinça. Goes back up. Good as the jump shot falls. He's got 11.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Ajinça's gotten 5 of his 7 shots to fall. Here's Brosdakis. And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Here's Smilagic, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Here's the screen. Ajinça the pass to Meladon. 6 to shoot. Pass to Laverne. And Laverne throws it down.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Laverne's gone a nice 5 of 8 shooting from the floor. Mitchell with it, with the drive, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Pass to Ajinça, 3-pointer, rebounded by Smilagic. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. There's the 3. He can't get it to go. Here's Schofield. Fires from deep. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Schofield's got 6.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
And it's Brosdakis missing. Harrison kicks to Laverne. No good from the wing.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Jackson. Black is out there with Lee, and it's DeColo in at the 2-guard. Wallace, the pass to Servetus. Here's the 3. Hands it from downtown.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Here's DeColo. Misses the layup.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Number 13, first personal foul, first team foul.
Lee with the steal.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
Butkevicius covered by Lee. Here's Servetus. They get the rebound. Lee with the steal. And they're running. Jackson in the corner. Pass to Lee. There's the pick. Here's DeColo. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Black. That one's not going to go. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Servetus. Butkevicius, guarded by Jackson. Shots good by Servetus. Servetus has got 6 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
DeColo can't get it to go. To tie it up. They get the rebound. Over to the left wing. Here's Servetus. A second chance effort. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Servetus has got 22.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them. And not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Shoots from the line. Black grabs the board. Here's DeColo. Lee kicks to DeColo. Shoots the 3. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Lets it go from deep. Poked away.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Here's Jackson. Servetus grabs the miss.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it to him.
It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words from the team during the break. Now, he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And they're pushing it up for the finish. Count it!
And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow. A play that might come to define this game.
That might be the play of the game.
The visitors with the ball.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. DeColo dishes to Jackson. Here's Schofield, and the three ball is good.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
To the paint. Here's Servetus. Open jump shot off the mark. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did it.
And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Ali LaForce on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. It's hauled in by Schofield. Right wing. Harrison, the pass to Malador. Launches it. It's rebounded by Ntilikina. Pass to Jones. From the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Schofield. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. And the layup is good.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. There's Laverne. Pass to Schofield. Lets the three fly. He buries it from three. Schofield's got his second bucket on the night.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Ooh, ripped away. To the middle. Picked it out of midair. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Driving inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Ntilikina. Off target from three-point range. Let's check in with our reporter, Ali LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
Okay, thanks, Ali. Here's Harrison. Three-pointer. Achinsa misses. It's stolen. And here's the fast break. Three-pointer in transition.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Here's Bonga. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Harrison. Here's Schofield. Shoots from the right block. It's rebounded by Ntilikina. Outside Jones. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
Ntilikina's reach and athleticism is absolutely a factor inside. He can score it in there, make no mistake.
Pass to Schofield. Takes the three. The rebound by Bonga. In transition.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's Jones. 5 points in the game. Pass to Bonga. .43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Schofield passes to Harrison. The three is up. Out left to the wing. Here's Achinsa. The shot off that time.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
4-3. Drills it from deep. Here's Harrison. Pass to Schofield. From deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Schofield's got 13.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
They've got Ldlc Asvel, and it's Jones in at the 5. Washington's shot is good.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Jackson. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Outside Jones. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Lee. And the layup is good off the glass. Lee's got his first basket.
Whew, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Off target from outside. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Count that bucket.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
And let's send it over to Ldlc.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Jackson, the screen. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Jones, and he jams it home with authority.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Here's Lee. Black passes to Jackson. And he's going for the oop here. Throw it down on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, Pokusevski looking really confident on the interior, doing a nice job using his size to his advantage.
Misses the three. Nicolo's gone 1 for 3 on the night. This one for 3. He shoots again. Second chance effort. And it's good on the layup. Pokusevski's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, this is the aggressiveness this coaching staff has got to be thrilled to see from Pokusevski. You're a 7-footer. You've got all the offensive skills. Make sure you're contributing on the glass. Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Defended by Jackson.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Defended by Jackson. Washington outside. Out to the right wing. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The three. And the basket by Lee. Lee's got 5.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Here's Washington. And Washington powers it through.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now here's Pokuševski. Fires the three. The rebound by Jackson.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Shot is up. The quick look, no good that time.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Jones has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Tries yet again, and he sinks the layup. 11 points in the game.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Washington outside. Puts up a three. No luck on that one. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They're up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've got Teo Maledon, and it's Ajinça at the three, the small forward. Harrison, no good.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Jones' shot is good. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Pass to Ajinça. They set a pick. And he lobs it up top. It's intercepted. Here's Ntilikina. From downtown. That shot is off. Here's Schofield. And that one is hammered home.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
A tight game here in Milwaukee. On the wing, Jones. Oh, it's stolen. In transition, here they come.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Bonga, a quick shot there. It's off target.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Bonga's got his second bucket of the night.
Ntilikina may not be the prototypical lead guard, but he puts it on time and on target right there.
Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Jones in the post. Banked it in off the glass. Jones has got 10.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Here's Harrison. He gets it in there.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Jones' shot is good.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam. Man, what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
Back to Maledon. Here's Ajinça. And there's the lob. The shot that time not on target. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Jones' shot is good.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Jones has gotten all 6 of his shots to drop. Perfect from the floor. Fades. Basket's good.
What a pretty fade. Defenders draped all over him. He created just enough separation to get that shot off.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Harrison, the pass to Schofield. Pass to Harrison. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Launches a 3. Schofield shot is off. Takes the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Bonga's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. To the left side wing. Fires the 3. Offensive board. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Here's Ajinça. 3-pointer in transition. Ajinça's got 6.
Not everyone has the green light to take that free in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Team foul. Admiral Schofield. First personal foul. First team foul.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Jams it home with authority.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
Home team foul. Ajinça. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for the away team.
And he makes a first.
At the line for 2.
And so he hits both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
With 4 on the clock. Blocked! Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Leading by 6. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game.
There's the agility and the long strides of Ldlc Asvel. This guy dynamic off the bounce.
We've got Washington, and it's Jones in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Pokusevski, tightly guarded. Back to Washington. 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it, and they get it back. Jones finds Washington. Here's Pokusevski from outside, off the mark. Here's Black. Here's DeColo. He's guarded by Washington. Takes a 3. Here's Black. Jones with some nice D.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And Lundberg gets it to go.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Here's Pokusevski. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Washington inside. defended by Jackson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Driving to the basket.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Pass to Pokuševski. From beyond the arc, and then some. Pokuševski's got 5 points in the quarter.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first three of the night.
Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Pokuševski.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Well, Pokuševski connecting with his teammates right there. Boy, that'll make you popular.
There's a screen. Here's Nicolo. Fires in the triple.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Stripped away. From outside the arc. No good on the shot.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Substitution on the court.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Schofield. Here's Nicolo. From the arc. Buries it from three. There's a minute 54 left in the game. The three. And the three-pointer goes. Bonga's got 10 points in just the second half.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Right side Jones. 6 to shoot. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Laverne. No good on the triple. Outside Jones. Oh, they get a hand on it. And here's the fast break. Here's Nicolo. Drops in the three.
That was a really nice sequence there. Just strong effort at both ends of the floor.
And that's exactly what you can control, right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to succeed.
Pass to Ntilikina. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Back to Jones. Unloads from 13. No luck on that one. Here's Laverne. There's the three. That shot off the mark. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Ldlc out there with Jones. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position. Here's Ldlc. Here's Davies. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Jones, no luck. He takes it in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Here's Bonga. Pass to Ldlc. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by Zalgiris. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. A three-pointer off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Fires top of the key. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. He has 7. On the wing, Jones. The 3 hits the three-point bomb.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ldlc. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Defended by Jones. Cranes the three-pointer.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. defended by Jones. From outside the arc, Bonga pulls it in. Left side, Jones. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. No good on the three.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
1:41 left to play in the first quarter. The offensive rebound. Pass to Ldlc. Lets it go with the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
An average threat from beyond the arc. Ldlc needs to keep working on that part of his game.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Jones for three.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Smailagic nailed from three-point land.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Jones. Still without a basket. And there's the drive. Banked in off the glass.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. For three. Again, the miss by Jones.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
It's good from long range.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Ldlc passes to Bonga. Jacks up a three. It doesn't go for him. Butkevicius. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Up by... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
They've got Jones. Pokusevski is out there with Washington. And it's Lundberg in a two-guard.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Now, Pokusevski. No good from outside.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Shot's good by Servetus.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Pass to Pokusevski. Screen by Jones. Pokusevski can't hit. Always with the ball. Jones covering. And Jones pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Takes a three. Shot's good by Servetus. Servetus has got 9 points now in the quarter.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition three. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Mitchell wide open. No good with the triple. Fires the three. Pokusevski with the bucket. Pokusevski's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Here's Servidis, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Wallace against Washington. Pass to Pakusevsky. Going inside, Jones. And Jones slams it in.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Pakusevsky can't hit.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Pass to Servidis. Mitchell outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Mitchell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. 1:06 left in the first half, and he gets it to go.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Servidis. Hits it from three-point range.
Shot's good. Scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Washington with it. The tray buries the long-range jumper. Washington's got 5 points in the quarter.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
They get it back. A three ball. Jones in the post. Down low. Second shot opportunity. The shot by Lundberg. No good. Here's Servidis. Bangs home the trifecta. Servidis has got 19 points.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
And here is Washington. Here's Pakusevsky. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
The visiting team.
They lead by 18. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
They love to run. At times, it looks like a layup line. They can hit the three, but tough matchup for your transition D.
Yeah. And now, as the season winds, thanks for spending half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. This one for three. Rebounded by Zalgiris. They've got Jones, and it's Davies in at the 5 spot. So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor. Sinks the triple. He's got 18.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Ldlc looking it over. Connects in the foul line jumper.
A welcome sign. Ldlc has the form and touch. Needs to keep draining these mid-range jumpers.
Ostakis off target from three-point range. Pass to Davies. Here's Bonga. And a minute played as the second half gets going. No good with the layup. And a minute miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Launches it. Connects from three-point range. Bonga's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. They get it back to the left side wing. Launches a three. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
Stripped it away. And here's the fast break. Here's Ldlc. And the three off target. Ldlc has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Lets the three fly. That shot no good. For the three, he makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And this is the game plan for him, and he's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? From the arc, buries it from three-point range. Ldlc's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I really like the rhythm Ldlc plays with. Good at sensing when to shoot off the pass.
Knocks down the three ball.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Jones looking for an opening. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. They get it again. Bonga, the pass to Ldlc. And the three ball is good. Ldlc's got 11 points.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Defended by Jones. Snatched up. Pass to Brosdakis. It's stolen by Jones. An even 3-on-3 break. Right wing. Off target from outside. Here's Ldlc. Sinks the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's... Oh, wow! Oh, that was unbelievable!
Now that is a finish for the ages.
Oh, man! It's Jones on the wing. Pass to Ldlc. Intercepted. And here comes the break. There's the triple. He can't hit that time. Here's Bonga. Three-pointer. That shot off.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
Takes the three. A three-pointer is right on target. He has 30.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Now here's Jones. The three. No good that time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Wallace outside. From outside, off the mark. Pokusevski is out there with Jones. Then there's Washington. And it's Lundberg in at the shooting guard position.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Wallace misses. Inside. Now Pokusevski. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Wallace, good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Pakusevsky, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Launches it. They get it back. Pass to Servetus. Fires from deep. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Wallace has gone 1 of 4 from the field. Puts up a deep three. For the three, nailed from three-point land.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Pass to Servetus. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Fires away from way outside. The long distance three is buried. Servetus has got 25 points.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Pakusevsky with the bucket.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Servetus, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Fires the three. Drills the three-pointer.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Defended by Pokusevsky.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Took him no time at all on that one.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Servetus from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. 28 points for him.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Lundberg. His three-pointer's off the mark. Puts up a deep three. The shot, no good. Pushing it up. Back to Jones. We've got 1:08 left here in the fourth quarter. To the inside, it's taken away by Wallace. Defended by Pokusevsky. Launches a three, trains the three-pointer.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Traps in the tray.
Away team foul.
44 seconds left in the fourth.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for your home team.
And the home team has possession. From deep three-point land. Pass to Servetus. Clock at 6. From deep three-point territory. And Jones pulls it down. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Launches from deep. And no good. Fires from way outside. That shot off. And so they get the victory here at home. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but yeah,
NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Teo Maledon, and it's Schofield in at the 4. Here's Maledon. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Out to the wing. Knocked loose. Here's Harrison. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Ldlc. Nice move. And he takes it up and lays it in. Ldlc got 5.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
He drops it from range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Unloads. Rebounded by Ajinça.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Pass to Maledon. Over to the left wing. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Here's Ldlc. Hits a three-pointer. Give him 8.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is giving.
Ldlc's gone a perfect 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. There's a screen. Pass to Ajinça. Here's Maledon. Let's go with a 3. Brasdeikis with the rebound. And he buries his first look.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Here's LeVert. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Ajinça. And it's off from three-point range. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter, and the basket by Ldlc.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
They set the pick. Pass to Ajinça. Three-pointer. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Ldlc. To the right side, to the paint. Here's Agenza. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
Well, a big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Beyond the arc. Here's Laverne. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And it's good for 2.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Here's Schofield. Still without a bucket. Here's Harrison. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
They set the screen. Down low. Here's Ldlc. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Tries again. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. Malador pass to Schofield. And a nice finish on the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
With 1 on the clock. No good on the buzzer beater. And so lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Up by 1. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled at that.
Pass to Lee. The 3 ball. First shot won't go. Here's Servetus. For 3. And it's Lee with the rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here's Black. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And that really has to lift his teammates' spirits right now.
I'll tell you, Grant, these second chance buckets could be what this game comes down to.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Pass to Lee. Going inside. Here's DeColo with the fadeaway. No good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, it's always surprising to see him miss from there.
And that one's good. Servetus.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Jackson on the wing. The 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Stolen by Jackson. He launches a 3. Drains the triple. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Lee. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 3-pointer, no good. Here's Servetus. Blocked!
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
To the inside. Lee, the pass to Black. Missed inside.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
They now take the lead. Zalgiris has got 5 points in the quarter. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Uses the glass on the layup.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Inside. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Black.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Oh, got that one up quick.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Black. Black's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Lee. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. And he's going for the lob. Pocket 4. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Here's DeColo. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Pretty even game going here in Memphis. Wallace outside. On target from range. Wallace has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Lee. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Jacks up a 3. And that one's good. Zalgiris has got 8 points.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Pass to Lee. 19 seconds left to play in the second quarter. No good on the free throw.
Shooting for the away team.
Good on the second one. And the basket is good. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
Here's DeColo. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Up 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend. The celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories. Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big-time home court advantage here.
Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Maladon. Pass to Schofield. Down low. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. So it's the home team now. They lead by 1. They've got Maladon, and it's Harrison in at the 1. Here's Brazdeikis. Rebounded by Ajinça. Brazdeikis has gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Maledon attacking. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Here's Brasdeikis, and he converts the layup.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Smilagic. He's got 11. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Francisco.
And the second free throw is good. And he nails the third. Oh, they pick off the pass. Here's the three. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 10.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
To end the run. And he goes in for the dunk.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Third team foul.
He takes it in. Smilagic. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Here's Harrison. He's got 5. Pass to Maledon. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Almost converts despite the contact.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. So he gets them both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Pass to Smilagic. The 3 is up. He can't get it to go. Here's Schofield. On the take. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
They grab their own miss. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Fourth team foul.
The first one falls.
Francisco. 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Aginsa.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here's Harrison. Just 5 on the clock. They set a pick. 3-pointer. He can't hit that time. Aginsa's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. Pass to Brasdeikis. Here's Smilagic. 15 points in the game. Ball stolen. Here's Aginsa. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers lob through.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. This one for three. Ldlc, no good. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Substitution on the court.
24 seconds left in the third. Here's Laverne. They get it back. Pass to Harrison. From deep. Sinks it from distance. Harrison's got 5 points now this quarter.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Here's Servetus. Gets it off. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. They're up by 2. And we're coming right. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. Pure from three-point range.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Lee. Buries it down low.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Here's Wallace. Here's Servetus. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Servetus has got 7 now in this quarter.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Jackson, the pass to Black. Jackson surveying the D. To the inside. Black, no good. Black's gone 1 for 4 from the field. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot. And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Here's DeColo. Pass to Lee. And he banks in the layup.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Now here's Wallace.
Away team foul. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Shot from the inbound. Here he goes. And the layup is up and in.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
Here's Harrison. Pass to Ajinça. To the middle. Oh, swiped away. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Servetus. And the layup is good. Here's DeColo. Here's Ajinça. No good on the 3.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. No good with the triple. Here's Harrison. Three-pointer off the mark. 4-3. Can't get the putback. Here's Ajinça. Offline with a three. Ajinça's gone 3 of 8 tonight from the field. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Zalgiris has got 11 points here in the second half. Here's Harrison. Drops one in from the wing. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Launches it. Buries it from 3. Zalgiris has got 22.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Here's Harrison. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Ajinça. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Fires away from way outside. The rebound by Harrison. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Schofield from behind the arc. And they'll get another chance. Here's DeColo. Watched by Wallace. Pass to Ajinça. Lets the three fly. No good that time. Fires from way outside. Misses the shot. And so the home crowd treated to a win. A clean win. And one where they clearly should.
Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Melodon. Laverne is out there with Harrison, and it's Schofield in at the power forward. Here's Ldlc, 6 to shoot. Here's Jones. Sweet little floater.
Yeah, I like the feel Ldlc showed there. I mean, nice sense of where he was and what was available.
Harrison kicks to Ajinça. Pass to Melodon. Second chance shot. Jump shot is good that time.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the knee had collapsed on him.
Here's Davies, defended by Laverne. Here's Jones. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Misses from short range. Harrison kicks to Laverne. Harrison passes to Laverne. Lets the three fly. Bonga pulls it in. On the wing, Jones. Covered by Ajinça. Again, the miss by Jones.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And that one's good, Harrison.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
There's Davies. Oh! And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Side out. Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Now, here's Laverne. Pass to Ajinça. And the jam by Ajinça.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Now, here's Melodon. Defended by Jones. Lets it go with the three. Shot's good by Laverne.
The real come at us and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And that is textbook perfect, the bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
Over to the wing. Outside, Jones gets the three-pointer to fall. Jones has got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Laverne. Pass to Maledon. Here's Harrison. Takes a three. Bonga pulls it in. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. Here's Davies. Off target from three-point range. Maledon with the bucket. Maledon's got his second basket. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Jones. And the basket is good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Jones has gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. Here's Ajinça. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Bonga. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Jones. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
From outside the arc. No good.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Fast break, here they come. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Laverne throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Leading by a point. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
They've got Jackson. Lee out there with Black. And it's DeColo in at the shooting guard. Washington finds Jones. Okrzewski with the ball. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Pass to Lee. Shoots. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Now, here's Washington. Out to the right wing. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Hands it from downtown.
Oh, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Pass to Jackson. Lee with the ball. Jackson down low, goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And it's Washington missing. Jacks up a 3. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 5.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Guarded by Jackson. There's the drive. Black grabs the board. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
And it's Washington missing. 10 points separating the teams. The 3 ball. And Jones pulls it down. Pakusevsky, the pass to Washington. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And he can't stop the run as he misses. There's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen. Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's DeColo, and it's off from three-point range. Pakusevsky, the pass to Washington. And he converts the layup.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
There's Lee with the 3. And Jones pulls it down. Here's Lundberg. No scoring in this one.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pakusevsky can't hit.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And DeColo kicks to Lee. From the arc. And he's good on the 3 ball. Lee's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Here's DeColo. Pass to Black. Here's Lee. Here's DeColo. He gets it up. And he frames the 3, but let's see, they may...
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Is overturned.
Going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
In the Eastern Conference, Boban Marjanovic.
The way the game is played now, it's tough for a big man to get the...
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the home team. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the...
And we've finished one half of basketball. They're up by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Jones is out there with Ldlc, and it's Bonga in at the small forward. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
There's a screen. No good from outside. Outside, Jones. Here's Davies. Pass to Ldlc. 5 to shoot. Goes back up, and it's good on the layup.
And Ldlc is skilled, really skilled at getting good position in the post. I mean, he uses his quick instincts and understanding of the positioning to score inside.
And that one's good, Harrison.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Bonga's got 8 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Laverne. From downtown. The shot, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jones kicks to Davies. Outside, Jones. Here's Davies. Drives the throw. Oh, my goodness.
Man. And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
And here we go. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And that one is hammered home.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Harrison passes to Laverne. They can't stop the run with that one.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Pass to Aginsa. Fires the 3. And rebounded by Davies. It's a 5-point game. Here's Ldlc. Into the lane. Drops in the layup for 2. Ldlc's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Ldlc. And the shot goes in. Ldlc's got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pass to Bonga. Shoots the 3. Laverne grabs the miss. Laverne's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Aginsa, good on the 3-point shot. He has 7.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Here's Bonga, covered by Aginsa. Shoots from 14. Here's Bonga. He's got 8. Jones, no luck. Here's Aginsa. Good on the triple.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Driving to the basket. Count it. Good. Ldlc's got 8 points in the quarter.
Boy, nice control of the floater there by Ldlc. And the D gives him space to shoot it. He makes him pay.
And it's a Jensen missing. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. They're up by 8. And coming up as soon as we... And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Black, Lee out there with Jackson, and it's DeColo in at the 2 spot. They grab their own miss. Lee outside. Jackson from long range. Drills it from outside.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's Lundberg. And the 3 off target.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
DeColo can't get it to go.
You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Pakusevsky with the bucket.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Lee kicks to Jackson. Back to Lee. Shoots from 14. Jump shot is good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Washington driving the lane, and then Washington with the dunk.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Pass to Black. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small in his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
The quick look, no good that time. Here's Black, defended by Jones. And that one is stuffed right through.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here. And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And even 3-on-3 break. Here's DeColo, buries the long-range jumper.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
It's up a 3. 2 minutes remaining. They get it back. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Jones from outside. Rebounded by Jackson.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Now here's Lee. Defense right on him. Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there have been a lot over the years.
To the left wing. Ldlc passes to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Davies from deep three-point territory. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Puts up a deep three. DeColo can't get it to go.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Bonga, the pass to Jones. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
night NBA action here on 2K Sports. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. The visitors with the ball. Here's Brasdeikis. And the three off target. Here's Ntilikina on the wing. Jones sends it home from three-point land.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Releases. And he nails the jumper. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Pass to Bonga. There's the triple. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. To the paint. Brasdeikis, good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 5.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Pass to Smailagic. To the middle. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Bonga. Launches it. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Drills it from deep. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Jones. Good on the bucket. Jones has got 8 points.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
Pass to Brasdeikis. Driving to the basket. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
These are his first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
Good on both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Jones feels it out. Driving inside. No. He's made 3, missed 2 now. 1:06 left in the first quarter here. Out to the wing. Here's Brasdeikis. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Bonga. Three-pointer. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
To the inside. Right wing. And there's the screen. Down low. Pass to Ldlc. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Jones. Here's Ldlc. Good if it goes. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Up by 3. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Here's Washington. Left side Jones. Washington outside. Back to Jones. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Pass to Pokuševski. And that one is stuffed right through.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Here's Servidis. Here's Wallace. No good from outside.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Pokuševski. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Servidis. Gets the 3 to fall. Servidis has got 6 points.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Takes it inside, and Lundberg gets it to go.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And that one's good. Servidis has got 9 points in the quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Washington right side. Into the lane. Pass to Pokuševski. And they're on the break. Here's Wallace. Here's Servidis. 9 points in the game. Knocks down the triple. He's got 12.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Here's Lundberg. Over to the left wing. From the arc. Servidis with a rebound. Here's the break.
Number 45. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Back to Wallace. Jacks up a 3.
I can't believe it. I mean, he can't buy a basket in the second period. He might want to keep the ball moving.
And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was play.
Oh, a big slam!
Oh my gosh, the athleticism.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
1:33 left to play in the first half. puts up a deep three. The long-distance three is buried.
That assertive mentality, I mean, just rising up from deep and draining it.
Pass to Servidis. The three is up. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
He was all alone on that one.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
A deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
3 points.
Servidis has got 20 points.
Well, he has owned this quarter, a major reason they're up right now.
Oh, a really deep three that time.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Launches it from deep. Doesn't go that time.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Puts up a deep three. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half now in the books. Up by 15. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Welcome.
I think it's fair to say we know how this probably is going to shake out, but crazier things have happened.
And let's move on now to those first two quarters. Talk about a tough start for the home team.
Well,
thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Ldlc. Here's Bonga. And the three-pointer goes. Bonga's got his second basket of the night.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Here's the pick. Pass to Brazdeikis. 20 feet out. It's not going to go for him.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Jones with the ball. Fires from deep. Kept alive. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-pointer. 5 points in the game. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. To the left wing. Here's Smailagic. No points yet. Count the basket.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And it's Bonga missing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play. Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Outside Jones. They set the pick. Lays it up and banks it in. Jones has got 10 points.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy. But a rally like this is how you do it.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Servidis. Three-pointer off the mark. Fires the three. Not going to go that time.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Ldlc. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta. Ldlc's got his second bucket of the game.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
To the inside. Wallace. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Outside Jones. Servidis with a rebound. Servidis has got 4 rebounds in the game. The three. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Ldlc, the pass to Jones. Here's Bonga. From downtown, Servidis with a rebound. Servidis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Puts up a 3. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Leading by 10. And when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Washington, and it's Pokuševski in at the 4.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
There's a screen. Pass to Servidis. From deep. Drops in the 3. Servidis has got 26 points.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
Ooh, it's stolen away. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ldlc Pokuševski. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
The visitors with the ball. Over to the wing. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. They get it again. And there's a pick. Fires the 3. Fires in the triple.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Servidis. Knocks down the long J.
Servidis.
He has 29 now.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
Bonga, pass to Jones. Here's Ntilikina. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. Can't hit that one.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Here's Bonga. Pass to Ntilikina. Up and in on the layup.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Ntilikina's got a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Wallace with it. Here's Servidis. And stolen by Jones. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team. Smiling Beach. Villanova.
The ball's knocked loose. Puts up a deep 3. Servidis misses. Watched by Wallace. Pass to Ntilikina. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
He hits the first one, and that brings him with an 8.
Taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Wallace. Here's Servidis. Oh, sinks it after the cagey pump fake. Nice. Servidis has got 14 points here in the second half. From deep three-point land. Jones misses. Here's Servidis, defended by Jones. And that one's good. Servidis. Servidis has got 37.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
4-3. Bonga gets the bucket.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Just 3 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
.27 seconds left in the final quarter. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Jones. And so the road team gets the W in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.